Thank you for watching my video. It's been 2 years. um, and I know the big question is what happened in those 2 years, and the short answer is I don't know. I guess I could say that life has gotten busy, and it was also a mixture of me overthinking things. Like I was like, okay, what am I gonna post? Like, I don't know, and things like that. So overthinking and life being life, I guess is what happened. Um, but I'm back, and I'm happy to say that I'm back because of the Lord. He's been putting it on my heart for a couple months now to start this YouTube channel back up and posting consistently. Um, and I'm happy to obey the call. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to strengthen my relationship with the Lord and profess my love of Christ with the entire world. I'm happy to connect with other like minded believers, and it's just, I'm happy, okay? I'm happy that God gave me this task. Like, it's not taken lightly that, He told me to do this. Like, I feel honored. Like, I get to do something for God, I get to participate in the end times, okay? Like, big blessings. So I'm very happy and excited to see what type of content comes from this because I'm not making any content plans. I'm just letting my spirit just glide and listen to what the Lord has to tell me, and I'll make a video and say what I need to say and get what I need to get out. um but I know that the topics will be surrounding everything that I mentioned in the About Us section on the YouTube page. So, today I wanted to talk about the book of Daniel. I am not finished. I'm actually on chapter 8 um, of the book, and hopefully I will get through chapter 8 today. We shall see. And a quick little briefing about like how I got to the book of Daniel. So, back in the day, I used to try to read the Bible like in order, and my goal was to like read it from beginning to end. Well, one day I was just like, God, I want you to lead me, because I felt like I had to keep starting over because I would take breaks in between, and it's just like I wasn't getting the full effect. So I was just like, God, take over, lead me to where you want me to read, go, whatever you want to say. And He's been doing it. And like, I'm not even over exaggerating. When you really let God control things like that and just everything in general, life is such a breath of fresh air. Every single book that He has chosen for me, it's been juicy. It's been spot on in what I need in my life and what I need personally. It's given me so much more information. Like, it's created this newfound respect that I have for God. Like, you get to a level where you think like, I can't even respect God more than I already respect Him. Yes, you can. Like, yes, you can. Like, the love and respect that I have for God is just, whew. And it's just like, He's only done this with a couple of books. I'm not even a portion of completed with the Bible. So I'm excited to see like what He has in store for, the future books that He's going to choose for me and things like that. And I'll come back here and share as He allows. So, the book of Daniel. I personally recommend this book for people who are looking to strengthen their faith. This book, from what I've read so far, it's strengthened my faith, okay? Like, it literally shows you like what a person who has true faith looks like, the situations, well, at least some of the situations that they may face and how to face them. It really shows you God's character, um, of how He delivers on His promises and how He is faithful to those that are faithful to Him. And I really love that. I really, really do. And I admire Daniel so much for his faith and his courageousness. Um, One of my favorite parts in Daniel is the fiery furnace. And I know that that story floats around, but I don't think it's highlighted like it should be. So, the gist of the story is that, you know, they built this statue and everybody was supposed to worship it, like bow down to it. And if you didn't do it, they were going to throw you in the furnace and burn you alive. So, you had these men that were not going to bow down to this image because of the God that they served. And it was so profound because it was just like they said that, whether they die in that furnace or they are saved by God in that furnace, they will still worship him. And I just, oh my goodness, like it makes me so emotional a little bit. That's dedication. It's dedication at its finest. Like, to say something like that, like, there's a chance that they might not survive, but they still trust in the Lord. They know that that was the Lord's plan if it was to go that way. And on the flip side, they know if they're saved, they know that God is capable of such things, and that's the plan that he had for their life if it goes that way. And that was so profound to me. But the part that just blew my mind from it all was the fact that when they were thrown in there and it was turned up 7 times hotter than it normally is. Well, I don't know if it says 7 times, but it was much hotter than it normally is. They were untouched. And God was with them. There was a 4th person in there, y'all. There was a 4th person. They only sent 3. They only sent 3 in there. And they saw 4. And it's just like, it said the Lord was with them. And, I thought about it. I was like, when you think of a God, you think of this person or thing, so to speak, that's just high and mighty. Like, everybody serves this God. And, everybody does things for this God. But what God do you know? Whew, Jesus. Emotions. What God do you know that will get down in the dirt with you and be there with you? Like, with you in your darkest of times. I haven't heard of any God doing that. Not Buddha. Not these other gods. Not the sun god. None of that. They're above that. But the God that we serve, the one and true God, the living God, he was in that furnace with them. With them. And he protected them through it all. And he still got the glory, y'all. He still got the glory. They came out untouched, not burned, not smelling, not nothing. I bet the people couldn't believe. Like, ain't no way. I just saw them go into that furnace. I just saw them. And nothing, not even a hair is out of place. And God still got the glory. Because all those people, they were worshiping his statue or whatever. Then it flipped. And now there was a decree by the king at that time. So we're going to worship Daniel's God. Okay? We're going to worship his God. Because they seen what God did. Like, what an amazing God. What an amazing God. What an amazing God. Like, oh my goodness. So, I don't know. That's what stuck with me so far out of the book of Daniel. Now, chapter 7 of Daniel. This was timely for me. I read it yesterday, and I had not read the Bible in I don't know, like probably a week or so, I'm gonna say. And I came back on this chapter 7. And I feel like it was so timely. I feel like God was speaking to me and just trying to get me back focused. So, chapter 7 of Daniel is Daniel having this vision. And this vision is of the future, it's of now, of today. So, think about many years ago, like put it in your mind. Like, think about many years ago, somebody in the days of old, as they say, having this vision about 2023 and beyond. This vision was about the end times, and it was describing things that would happen. Now, mind you, if you're really in the faith, you know that we're in the last days and that a lot of believers are coming on YouTube trying to spread the word and trying to wake people up and things like that. Well, listen, if you want to get woken up, you need to read chapter 7, okay? You need to read chapter 7. This is serious. And it's only January of 2023, but this world is finna be rocked, y'all. It's finna be rocked. God is finna rock this nation like no other, because we as a whole have sinned so bad. So I encourage, whether you're like a believer who knows the truth, and sometimes we fall and sometimes we just travel by the wayside and do other things. Go ahead, reel it back in, go to Daniel 7, get that fire back burning. It will ignite again, I promise you. And if you're somebody who doesn't know about the end times or doesn't believe or something like that, go ahead to Daniel chapter 7. It's a precursor to Revelations. It's a tiny taste. So go ahead. I don't think you need to go to Revelations, especially if you're just starting out, and take all that in right now. Chapter 7 of Daniel is just enough for you. So go ahead and just go on to chapter 7, okay? And if you need help decoding it, I recommend seeking God, of course, and getting him to tell you the answers that you need. But also, you can go to Bible commentary. You can just type it into the Google search bar. And I think I like this site called Enduring the Word. I think that's what it's called. And it breaks it down for you, and you will get some knowledge. So Daniel chapter 7 was very timely for me. It ignited my fire. It showed me what I am supposed to be doing. And that, like, it's not time to play around. Like, these things are coming shortly. So, in a nutshell, like, imagine God at the door. Imagine Jesus at the door. And he's just like this. Just imagine him. This is where we're at in life right now. Jesus is like this, okay? Just imagine a door in front of me. He's like this. We're just waiting for him to do this. He only gotta, just this. Like, as soon as he does this, like, raps, y'all. Raps. But we'll talk about that in another video. So, that's what I'm learning in Daniel right now. Just to recap, how to strengthen faith, what faith looks like for the true believer, how God takes care of those who supply that faith, okay? And just the hard decisions that we'll face as people of faith, okay? Daniel had to make some hard decisions, things that would cost him his life, should have cost him his life, but he stood 10 toes down for God. And for that reason, he gained favor, and he was promoted many times within the kingdom. He went from being captive, held captive, taken captive, to literally being high rank in the kingdom because of his obedience to God. Hallelujah. So that's what I've been learning so far. And, should I learn anything more or feel like making a part two of this video, I definitely will. So thank you for watching. And if you have any revelations that you've gotten from Daniel, if you want to talk a little bit about more, I feel like I just said that wrong. If you want to talk a little bit more, there we go, about Daniel chapter 7, be my guest. And I just encourage you to read it if you're struggling with faith. It'll get you to where you need to be. So thank you for watching this video. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one.